Oh, you don't want to take black foster kids and test pesticide on them until they die? You know, I've been attacked for talking. Jones crazily says there's eugenics and a plan to... Hell, I'm sourcing New York Daily News with them killing the black kids. What, I don't want to kill black babies, so I'm a racist? I mean, you people make me sick. I don't have a Margaret Sanger statue in my backyard like some of you guys do who call black subhuman. You mean I'm a racist? So you got your little front man out there, and you got all these people, not just people that are being pimped by the system. You've got the house slaves, the people that think they're part of the system. And then you got the general public that are out in the barn. And that's what this society's turned into. We're all slaves, and they want us fighting with each other. That's what they love saying. We need to have more of a debate about race, to always keep it in the front burner and fighting with each other instead of fighting with the bankers and their little pimps that carry out their operations. Think Progress was vehemently anti-war during the Bush administration, but since Obama took power, bombing brown people in broke back third world countries has apparently become a progressive and liberal virtue. According to the Center for American Progress director Jennifer Palmieri, the organization is focused around driving the White House's message and agenda. And what is that every week? Front story, me. I'm evil. I'm bad. I'm a terrorist. How on earth can driving the White House's message and agenda be deemed nonpartisan? Think Progress is nothing more than an echo chamber for Obama administration propaganda. It's the free republic of the left wing. It's about as nonpartisan as the Communist Party propaganda organ Pravda was during the Cold War. Through the Center for American Progress is shy about revealing its funders. According to SourceWatch, no less than 58 foundations have donated $15 million since 2003, as well as corporations and elitist philanthropists such as George Soros, and I would add David Rockefeller, who donated $3 million for general support in 2006. In an article about Representative Louis Gohmere's appearance on the Alex Jones show last week, they warn about the health care bill. Think Progress attempts to discredit the subject of referring to the host Jones as radical conspiracy theorist because of his views on the Oklahoma City bombing and 9/11. The editors of Think Progress are apparently lagging far behind the understanding of public opinion, seemingly unaware of the fact that polls taken 3 years ago by New York Times show that an overwhelming majority, 84% of Americans, have doubts about the official 9/11 story. The article also calls Jones' claim that White House science czar John P. Holdren's advocated putting sterilants in the water supply a conspiracy theory, despite the fact that it's clearly documented in his own book, excerpts of which have been posted on the internet. However, Think Progress must egregious smear attempts in the last paragraph of the article. And it goes on from there to basically say I'm a cop killer. Now, that I'm leading cop killers. And that's because they want to sick the police on the public, and that's their hate crime. They can't win. They're losing. They can't intimidate any people as commissars. We're not the poor Russians with a history of being slaves to the czars. We're Americans. I'm not bashing the Russians. Just our history's different. You may have drugged us with food and entertainment and all the crap, but people are waking up. The giants rubbing the sleep from his eyes and going, ooh. And the establishment's going, get those Patriots, Giant. They're the bad one. Get those. Let us have all the banker money. Here, drink some more fluoride, Giant. The Giant's going, you bad. You banker. And, they don't like it, ladies and gentlemen. Despite his outlandish views, George Soros writes, David Rockefeller writes, that's who's writing this, his publication. Despite his outlandish views, Jones' influence cannot be underestimated. People are listening by the millions every week. Oh. Despite his outlandish views, Jones' influence cannot be underestimated. Richard Poplawski, the young man who gunned down 3 Pittsburgh police officers earlier this year after posting a fear that government would confiscate his guns, was a diehard Jones fan. Jones, who rants daily about Obama's intentions to revoke the Second Amendment, is also one of the loudest voices of the birther movement. Now, that is not true. I am not one of the biggest voices in the birther movement. I did not even cover it in the Obama deception because I can prove everything in the Obama deception. I can't prove the birther thing. We've probably done 10 shows on it out of 500. I've been doing this for a year and a half. So probably 400, 500 shows. But the way they're acting suspicious about it, not releasing the original, but a receipt, is getting suspicious. But see, that's pointless. The issue here is Richard Poplawski posted on hundreds of sites and attacked me on scores of sites and attacked me on my own website. But here's the big issue that everybody needs to have sink in. Within 2 hours of him killing 3 cops at his house because his mother was kicking him out because his dogs were peeing on the floor, spoiled brat with a bunch of pit bulls he couldn't take care of, kicked out of the Marines. He was drunk, got home at 2, 3 in the morning. She wakes him up at 6:37 screaming at him. He throws a fit. The cops get there. He shoots him. Horrible person. Reportedly came out on the street and shot him. Of course, it's bad, too, that Chicago cops are going to shoot people that, quote, run away or don't stop fast enough. So, you know, we're humans, too, pal. But it'll be good when they kill us in cold blood, you know. But the issue is that Poplawski does this, and within 2 hours of him having his computer, they go to the ADL Southern Poverty Law Center handler. The handler. They're in the town. The local guy that writes articles about this, keep everybody stirred up, at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and they say he's a huge fan, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, who's seen the computer. Within 2 hours. Within 2 hours, Alex Jones is the #1 target. And it turned out, it's now coming out in court, hundreds of sites, and we can search his handle. He was all over the web attacking me, and they knew that. So what does that tell you out there? The Southern Poverty Law Center, ADL, private intelligence arms of the National Security Council, of the White House, both parties are after me, folks. And here is the George Soros, David Rockefeller funded. They always mention Soros. The Rockefellers fund more when you go look at this group. And all these others, they are out to get me. Now, Daily Costs, Raw Story, and a bunch of others that have some foundation money going to them, they apologized when the quotes came out that Poplawski was attacking me because I wasn't for violence and because I don't make it all about Jews. They retracted, but not the New York Times. They went after me with it. So the White House is putting out this same thing, and it's not going to help you. And if you kill me, everybody's going to know what's going on. And I know you killed a lot of people. Your handlers have. And if you've set me up, I'm as pure as a driven snow, except for speeding occasionally, and I'm trying to control myself. But I just enjoy it. But look, you can't win. And so that's the bottom line. And we don't want to escalate this into a violent situation. You want to make it violent. You want to start arresting people. You want to start banning free speech. You want to claim we're all terrorists and put us in a corner. There's smarter elites that know that this isn't going to go well for you. So you know, to the White House and to all of you, you're criminals. You're doing bad things. I don't know how you rationalize what you do, but c'est la vie. The truth is the truth. And let's start playing this Chris Matthews now. This is part of the clip. The whole clip's up on Infowars.com. We need to cue it up. I think it's four minutes in, guys. 4 minutes, 20 seconds in. I gave you the time code this morning. In this clip, they say that you're a crazy conspiracy theorist if you believe the Bilderberg Group wants a world government. Now, remember, 5 years ago, the media said Bilderberg didn't exist and you were crazy if it existed. Now they say, okay, if you believe they're setting up a world government. Bilderberg Group members write op-ed pieces like Henry Kissinger in the New York Times, and they write articles in the Times of London, Financial Times, Time Magazine, called New World Order, Newsweek, calling for world government. And they say that we're mentally ill, and he lists some psychological tests, that we're howling at the moon, that we're insane, that we're crazy, that we're scum, that we're filth, that we're trash, that we're dangerous. They mix the birther thing with 9/11 truth. One guy goes off the talking point of attacking Ron Paul, but you notice Matthews is actual CIA, actual government op. So he corrects the propagandist and goes, wait, that's an old piece of info. We failed there. Don't bring Paul in. See, they tried to demonize him. They tried, but it didn't work. So now they're trying to